Hey everyone, I want to share a few things with you. I have two in particular, two things. The first one is Mark Zuckerberg has announced the name change to Facebook. It is going to be called Meta, and um, just looking at it on the surface, right? Well, of course, you see the infinity symbol, and meta means, beyond. If you use it as a prefix, it means like beyond or above. And so, if you're aware that these elite do worship a god, excuse my voice cracking. If you're aware that they do worship a god, then you will recognize the reference to the infinite or the infinity as being the source. You know what I mean? The put that in quotation marks. The source, the force that is the Ein Sof in Kabbalah, the unknowable God or whatever you want to call it. Um, it could be a reference to that. And um, another thing though, since he had also mentioned that they were making VR headsets and everything, it also brought to mind, at least it brought to my mind, the idea of what meta means to video game players, right? The gamers. Meta means the most effective or most efficient tactic available. And I can't help but also think about that when I think about the name Meta. But yeah, there's one more thing beyond that. Um, but I'm just not quite sure. I want to speculate on that without doing a little bit more looking into it. Now, we know recently that they had the so-called Facebook whistleblower, which was just a bunch of nonsense. I think it's pretty obvious that it was a bunch of nonsense, that that woman wasn't really a whistleblower, or maybe she believed she was, but she wasn't really telling anybody anything that we didn't already know. And it was mostly just an excuse for Facebook to do what they're probably going to do soon, and that's what I'm guessing is increase surveillance or increase the censorship and invasion of your privacy, and and maybe even crack down more on certain viewpoints or certain opinions. I'll put it that way, certain opinions. But we'll see what comes out next, or what information comes out next. I mean, and go from there. But yeah, just off the top of my head, on the surface, this makes me think about the mystery God, the infinite um, source God out there that is in Kabbalah and Gnosticism and um, um, New Age and so on. So anyway, moving on to the next thing, which is probably the most surprising or shocking one at least, and that is that Twix had sponsored a video, and it's supposed to be a Halloween video, I guess, but the only thing that's Halloween about it is just the people in it are dressed up, and I guess there is a witch inside, so that qualifies it as a Halloween video. But um, there's no trick or treating, there's no candy. It's just propaganda, plain and simple. And so what you will see, well, I just played a video, but you will see that there is a witch in the video and there is a boy, and the boy is wearing a dress.
Twix presents Bite Size Halloween.
Hi. I'm your new nanny.
I don't need a nanny.
Well, your parents seem to think you do. What's your favorite color?
Black.
Other than black.
Oh, charcoal.
Why are you all dressed up? It's not Halloween yet.
Can I help you?
Are you a good witch or a bad witch?
Do you want to find out? You buckled?
I'm still wearing my princess dress.
Do you want to wear it? Okay.
Hey, you! Princess! You look like a girl. Why are you wearing that?
Dressing like this makes me feel good.
Is that your nanny? She looks weird. You look weird, your nanny looks weird, you guys are both weird.
No, we're just different.
Boys don't wear dresses.
Whoa!
Whoa! Where is it coming from? What's happening?
Whoa!
We should go.
Will he come back?
Yeah, probably. Come on.
Okay, that's the video. As you can see, it doesn't have anything to do with Halloween at all. This is just them pushing their... I mean, it's so clear that this is an agenda from the top down, you know. This is not something that people are asking for. This is not something that 90% of the people are even thinking about. This is completely from some corporation. But as Christians, actually, we know already that they are just following the spirit of this world, the God of this world, and that they are for serving their God. And this sort of agenda is just part of it. And so, looking back at this video, you had the boy, right? He was at home by himself and just looking at the idea that this witch, if this witch was even a human being, I'm just going to put that out there because on another level, I look at it and I can say this could have been a spirit. And so the boy is at home. He's not being watched. His parents are not in sight. And this witch shows up. And she tells him that his parents say he needs a nanny. And so instead of his parents, this witch comes in. She comes into his house uninvited. She breaks in basically. But she infiltrates. She enters the house. Now, it's fascinating too that they had an encounter with two girls, and one of the girls asks her if she's a good witch or a bad witch, as if there's a difference. You know, there is no difference. There is no good witch, right? But this is that idea that there is a good evil, and whatever. So I'm sorry, it's really late, so I'm not very coherent right now. And so after that, later on, they have an encounter with a boy at the park. Now, they're going to spin it as the males or the boys are typically more toxic than the females, right? When it's possible that a girl could be just as rude as a boy can. But again, they're just demonizing masculinity, right? So the main boy in this video wore a dress. He was more feminine. He was more like a female, right? And this is what Babylon is encouraging, basically. And so when he comes up against a masculine boy, this is the one that is demonized. This is the one that is seen as the one that is a problem. It has to be taken out, basically. And the witch or demon or whatever you want to call her basically takes this boy out, and we don't even know what happened to him. We don't know if he's all right or whatever. But as you see, the video ends, and you are left to ask, what does that have to do with Halloween? What does that have to do with selling candy, right? What does that have to do with selling candy? Nothing at all, bottom line. But this is what they're putting out there. So I thought I would just share that with you. And you can find that video. I know it was shared on Twitter by @libs of TikTok. So yeah, with that, I don't want this video to go on too long. So I would like to thank you all for listening, and may our Lord Jesus Christ bless you.
Why do so many people seem to find the traditional religions and the concept of a single God not enough? What does the occult, driven underground for centuries, appear to offer these people?
The fact is that within Christianity and within Judaism, when you imagine in your mind, when you personify deity, for most people, it's male. And there's an old famous, it's not that old, but there's a famous saying by Mary Daly, if God is male, the male is God. And one reason that I think people are so attracted powerfully to magic and to the pagan religions is not only to worship, let's say, Mama in the sky instead of Papa in the sky. They want to be God. I mean, I think the fundamental thing about the magical religions and about pagan religions is that ultimately they say, within yourself, you are the God, you are the goddess. And therefore, what is so subversive in a very powerfully beautiful way about the pagan religions is that for women they say, look, you too are God.
Goddess worship is a larger concept than coven-based witchcraft, and its rituals are broader and more diverse. In Berkeley, California, the universal goddess finds a special place in a coven of feminists from which all men are excluded.